Many thanks for staying with us. This is still Politics HQ on News Central Television. Now, the National Digital Economy and E-Governance Bill of 2024 is a significant step forward in Nigeria's digital transformation journey as it aims to migrate the country from paper to paperless economy. Now, the federal government, through the Ministry of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, is proposing the National Digital Economy and E-Governance Bill. This bill hopes to drive economic growth through digital technology, improve public service delivery, and also create a competitive environment for Nigerian digital economy and also ecospace. Well, joining me on the program to discuss this is Honorable Kingsley Fanwo, is the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kogi State. Thank you so much for joining the program. It's great to have you again, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. Good evening, viewers around the world.
All right. Let me start with the idea of the, of course, e-governance, this innovative idea. I know that Kogi State also seems to be at the forefront of this laudable idea. Would you like to give us an insight into what exactly the government of Kogi is pushing?
Thank you very much. We've been working very closely with the Federal Ministry of Innovation, Communication and Digital Economy to ensure that we key and plug our people into the digital economic space of the country. We are also working very hard on the e-governance platforms for our state. Long before now, even before the federal government started, we've started what we call the Zero Paper Archive at the Ministry of Information and Communication in the state. And, because of the digital style that we adopt in the state, we have started what we call e-ESCO. We have a state-of-the-art ESCO hall that is only comparable to what you have at the villa in the state. So we no longer deal with papers during our ESCO. We also have platforms for submitting memos to the offices of the governor, the deputy governor, and other government officials in the state. These have seriously improved efficiency and also help us to be able to do our jobs in a more effective manner. And, the state is going very digital. Recently, we also acquired facilities for us to be able to have e-ESCO in the sense that you would be able to join the ESCO wherever you are. So even if you're a government official, you are not in the country, you'll be able to participate fully in the State Executive Council meeting. These are some of the things that we are doing. We're also ensuring that this platform percolates down to the grassroots. We are working with the Federal Ministry of Innovation, Communication and Digital Economy to put some of these facilities in some of our local government areas. Even the minister himself attested to the fact that Kogi is leading in terms of cooperating with the ministry to put this in some of the local government areas already in the state. They're already enjoying it, and it shows that is what they call the Project 774. It shows that the federal government is working very closely with the subnationals to ensure that we have e-governance across board.
One issue that seems to, sort of stick out when innovative ideas come in like this or is adopted into the modus operandi, of work, whether be it at private or even government establishments, is number one, training and retraining. The skill. Not everybody might be tech savvy, and being able to catch up. And then also number two, the issue of security, such that at the end of the day, the database, for instance, isn't hacked, and then, sensitive materials come up. Are these areas being considered too?
Thank you very much. I think for the first time in the history of our country, we have a Minister of Innovation, Communication and Digital Economy that really understands, that is on top of his game. He's providing such a very dynamic, pragmatic, and tech-savvy leadership in the ministry, and also working very closely with the subnationals, like I said. It's going to be very difficult to migrate from what we are used to disrupt that order and be at where we should be as far as technology is concerned. And, that is why they are harping seriously on training, retraining. As we speak, A lot of people are being trained in Kogi State under that tech innovation of the federal ministry. We are benefiting from it. We know that a good number of states are also benefiting from it. We have to take it one step at a time. It is not going to be easy to just migrate fully at once, but if no one starts it, no one will do it. What has been started is such that in the next couple of years, Nigeria will be able to express satisfaction with where digital economy and e-governance would have taken the nation to.
I mean, the last time you and I had conversation, particularly as regards what the government is doing in Kogi State in the area of infrastructure, in the area of agriculture, even in the area of finance, you said that the current governor is a hands-on governor and who is pretty much frugal. You even went as far as saying that he has not even approved that officials have new official vehicles. You said he's a cost-cutting governor. So I just want an update on that. Do you now have an official vehicle, and what else has he done? What's the update as regards development in the state?
I still don't have an official vehicle, just like many of the commissioners, but we are very happy because, you know, it is something that we subscribed to from the beginning. The governor locked everyone in the room and said, look, it is going to be about the people. It is going to be about sacrifices. It is going to be about service for the people. It is not going to be about us. We are here as their servants, and we are here to serve them. And that's why he's been referred to across the state today as the chief servant of Kogi State. When you look at what is happening in terms of infrastructural development, it is mind-blowing as we speak. Just like they will say, res ipsa loquitur, fact speaks for itself. That's why we don't just come every time on television to talk about it, because the people are talking about it. It is important that we expose it to the visibility, to global visibility, so that the people will see what is happening in Kogi State. You have a road from GYB Junction through Zango to Shetima to Barracks to Zone 8, about 9-kilometer road. It has now been dualized. It is completed. That 9-kilometer stretch is already completed. And what we call the 3-in-1 solar powered street light is there. So nightlife is back on that road, and the people feel safe. And you have many of these roads that have been replicated across the state. As we speak, simultaneously, township roads, we have 8 that are ongoing right now in rural areas. So it is not just about the state capital or the townships alone. The rural areas are also benefiting immensely from it. So you have this infrastructure cutting across virtually all the sectors of the economy, including healthcare. As we speak, about 74 primary healthcare centers are being upgraded to be able to render secondary healthcare services to the people of the state. So instead of taking people to general hospitals, the primary healthcare center in your village, in your community, will be able to undertake some minor surgeries without you going to the general hospitals or the tertiary health institutions. A lot of this infrastructure are ongoing as we speak, and we hope to be able to deliver quite a good number of them during the first year anniversary of the governor in January 2025.
Okay, and let's look at another pressing issue, which of course had to do with Kogi State and some other states in the country challenging the legality of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and other agencies. An update to that is that the Supreme Court has dismissed the suit filed by this state as regards prosecuting the establishment of these agencies. I mean, this is a major blow to what Kogi State is trying to sort of challenge. So what next? The Supreme Court has made a verdict. What next on this matter?
Thank you very much. I'm a baby lawyer, so I understand law very well. And I also understand the fact that when an issue has been determined by the highest court of jurisprudence in a nation, that is the final point. The only place where you could appeal it to is to God Almighty. I think the people need to understand why that case was instituted. It was not instituted out of malice or out of hatred for the EFCC. It is to test our law. It is to enrich the body of knowledge around our law and jurisprudence. And it has been tested. I know that the Attorney General of the Federation, during the constitutional review and all of that, will ensure that whatever they need to do about it is done. What we want is a strong EFCC, an EFCC that will be able to do its job very well. When corruption is fought and won, then we can have development in our nation. So we don't have any issue with that.
All right. Are you saying that this case was not originally, pushed for as a distraction to the fact that the former governor Yahaya Bello is wanted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission?
I think also that you would enlighten yourself to the fact that EFCC is not in court against the government of Kogi State. They are in court against Alhaji Yahaya Bello. And Alhaji Yahaya Bello did not institute the case. It was the state government that instituted the case. So there is no correlation, there is no connection between.
But the former governor is enjoying some sort of, what I call it, protective, permit me to use the word, custody of the current government.
That is subject to a lot of proofs. You can't say that he's being protected and is a citizen of Nigeria. And ordinarily, the Constitution of the Federal Republic protects all the citizens of Nigeria. That Constitution can protect you tomorrow. It can protect me tomorrow. It is protecting us today. It can protect anyone and everyone that are citizens of the country. So you don't need any special protection apart from the one that is offered by and which is guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So you are certain that whatever it is the government of Kogi State is doing with or for the former governor Yahaya Bello is within the confines of the law. Is that what you're saying?
I am not saying that the state government is doing anything for Alhaji Yahaya Bello at the moment. I am not aware, and I'm the Chief Information Officer of the Kogi State government. I understand this job very well. I've been on it for close to 9 years now, so I should be able to use all the skills that I have to be able to know whether the state government is doing something special for the immediate past governor of the state. As far as I'm concerned, the state government is focused on development. You've shown quite a number of infrastructure that are mind-blowing just within 10 months of the present administration. That is what we are focusing on. We are not focusing on any distraction from any agency, and we are not going to be distracted by all of those issues.
Let's bring it down to the cost of living for residents in Kogi State. We know that the economy is pretty much in a dire situation, not just in Kogi State, even across the nation. Is the government doing anything special to alleviate the sufferings of the people directly?
Thank you very much. If you check the latest data that were released, you look at the inflation, especially as it affects the cost of food in the state, to see that it has drastically dropped. I promised you this a couple of months ago when I appeared on this very program, that the governor is investing heavily in agriculture. As we speak, the administration has invested about 9 billion naira to boost food security in the state. Procurement of agricultural machineries, procurement of improved seedlings, hiring of agricultural extension workers to be able to sensitize and enlighten the farmers on the modern techniques of farming, all really yielding fruits. Our hope is to make Kogi the food hub of the country, the food basket of the nation. And instead of hitting the street to protest like some others, we have gone to our farms to protest there so that with our production, we'll be able to drag down the cost of food. When you remove the cost of food from the cost of living, you have drastically attacked poverty. And that is what we are doing as an administration under His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo.
All right, let's also talk about security, which is another pivotal issue. Security affects not just private life, but even business life. Is there anything specially being done, given the fact that we also know that Kogi State is surrounded by states that, you know, are pretty much, when it comes to volatility in terms of security, they're neighbors?
I said it to you also that GYB, that is the former governor of the state, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, came at the time Kogi needed him. You know, when you want to cultivate, when you want to do farming, your first step is to prepare your land. And in land preparation, you need a bulldozer to prepare your land. A bulldozer is ruthless, a bulldozer is uncompromising. And that is what you need at that point. You don't need a tractor to clear the land. You don't need a planter to clear the land. And you know, when Alhaji Yahaya Bello came in 2016, Kogi was almost becoming the center point of criminality and terrorism. And you know, because of his very stance on insecurity in the state, he was able to address that by putting in place a very robust security architecture that was able to address that issue at that time. The challenges we have today also requires non-kinetic approach to security. It is not just about carrying arms, and that's where this governor is doing very, very well. In terms of ensuring peace, in terms of ensuring the welfare of the people, the welfare of the workers, in terms of putting infrastructure where they should be, in terms of having street lights where you used to have a lot of kidnapping and terrorism in the past, they can no longer go there because light and darkness can never be together. These are some of the non-kinetic approach. And the best thing that the administration is doing at the moment to address insecurity is the community-led security architecture. You can no longer bring just outsiders alone to come and address your security challenges for you. It must start from the community. The community must be able to know who has come into their villages and be able to report that to the authorities. Such a person will be questioned to know the intent for which the person has come to the community. The community-led approach has also ensured that the present administration has recruited quite over 1,050 hunters. Before now, we used to just bring the hunters to address insecurity and they go. But they are now on the payroll. They are now to increase the number of vigilantes we have by 500. The emoluments of vigilante service men and women have just been increased yesterday to boost their morale, to be able to protect our communities. That is what is working in the state at the moment. The people are happy. Workers are happy. Market women are happy. Contractors, local contractors are happy. They are able to supply laterite, supply cement, and have a lot of resources to work with. That is helping us. Then the investment in agriculture is also ensuring that we take a good number of youths out of the streets, out of the darkness of criminality, to go and be part of creating wealth in the state. So as we speak, our data is telling us that security has improved tremendously under the administration of Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo.
I mean, before we wrap up this conversation, we also understand that Kogi State government is doing something around entertainment, and that's something around the cultural carnival. I mean, in 30 seconds, would you like to bring us up to speed on that?
Oh my God, just 30 seconds to talk about what is going to unfold a new chapter in culture and tourism in the history of Nigeria. We have the Kogi International Carnival coming on the 1st of December to 7th of December. We are also trying to improve our economy by latching on the possibilities and opportunities in the cultural and tourism sector so that we'll be able to bring the world to come and see the beauty of Kogi State. From Mount Patti, that is over 1,000 meters above sea level. You can see the confluence of rivers Niger and Benue, the only confluence in the entire West Africa sub-region. Then you can see a lot of other historical monuments, the European cemetery, the Inipi statue, the beautiful masquerades that we have, and all of that. So we are inviting the world to come to Kogi State to come and witness the beauty of our culture on December 1st to 7th this year.
All right, and hopefully News Central too will be there to be a part of it. But
I've extended a blank check to the News Central. They are a very strong partner in the state, okay. And they are expected to come and cover that beauty.
Anyway, thank you so much. It's always great having you on the program. All right. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode. In case you missed out, there will definitely be a repeat broadcast later tonight. And you can catch up on our YouTube platform, that's News Central TV. You can also follow us across social media with the same name, News Central Television. You can follow me personally at Dapo Adigboye. Until I come your way again, good night.